Part two.
Hi, welcome back to Wondrous Wildemount, where our gameplay is just as flawless as our audio technical streaming. Yeah, that's gonna be it for now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I am certainly an amateur at this. Anyways, we had a recap written by the one and only Austin this week.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Let's go!
Welcome.
this does not happen often. Fuck. I'm
Frog
sorry.
cat.
I am sorry to the people we left behind on Kappa. I told myself I would never leave anyone behind again, but there was nothing I could do. We needed to get away before everyone became a victim of those damn chains. I can only hope that everyone left in the city is okay. I didn't destroy anything or harm anyone else in my attempt to move LPA away from danger. How is everyone going to react? They're in a foreign place with no knowledge of really how that happened, or why for that matter. What questions are we going to get about the chains, where Terrason went, and hell, what are the people of Exandria going to say about this new city that just fell from the sky? This is a mess. We need to find the royal families ASAP to figure this out, otherwise we're going to have even more issues than we already do.
In his head, he silently prays, looking down at his symbol of Corellin.
What are we supposed to do? I feel like I'm way out of my depth here. Can you please give me some knowledge of where to go? How to stop these trains from breaking? Or even tell me why all of this is happening to us? I don't
Stop
want
it.
to lose another family.
Looks around to get his bearings on where they may be.
At least we're home.
Oh, yeah. And with that, we're kind of just gonna get right into it. You guys are at the helm of the city of El Pierre. You are flying maybe a few hundred feet over an ocean. You don't quite see any fauna. There's no birds, so you're not super close to any shores or anything. But yeah, the floor is yours.
One question, because it kind of auto healed us when we leveled up. Did we long rest, or should we try to?
Don't like abuse any mechanics, but like it's not gonna matter. You won't fight until tomorrow or anything. Like, if even that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
Now, when you say flying, is this more so a controlled fall, or are we actually flying?
The city appears to be just like sitting in place. And then can you give me a investigation check, actually?
What
Investigation? Okay, sick.
what time of day or night does it appear to be where we are?
Wow.
It is
Day or night.
You can give me a survival check for time, but it is definitely day. And Bubdub, you are looking around at these instruments, these panels, these things you don't know much to anything about, except you did just successfully fly. With a 16 investigation, you can ascertain that as you look, whatever powers the city, whatever allows it to generate thrust, that sort of well of energy is empty. It is, however, floating in the air, stationary, and that you do not think is going to change based on what you're looking at. Roke with an 18 survival, you can look up. It is middle of the afternoon. You can tell by where the sun is. And with an 18 survival check, based on what you know and your ranging, you are in the southern hemisphere
Of Exandria?
of Exandria. Yes.
Okay.
Can I walk to the edge of the balcony from the eye, and try to see if I can see the royal residence, like wherever I think my daughter's gonna be?
Yes. Let me get you guys to LPR. So you can see, it's the Glass Citadel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
And I think the helm's like over here-ish. But you can see the Glass Citadel across the sort of gap in the middle of the city. And it appears to be intact. Looking around, you see a few of the guard towers are missing bits. You see the Labyrinth Archives, the massive building in which you came from. The roof appears to be gone, but there are no longer chains attached to any of it. You guys looking around and surveying the city, it almost looks like a low-grade earthquake hit. For all intents and purposes, you have saved most of this city with the quick thinking. It's just it just needs to be repaired, and the people need to be placated. But you do believe that your daughter is safe in the Glass Citadel, as it does not appear to be touched.
I'm gonna turn to Bubdub and place a hand on his shoulder where his armor is, because I don't want to make a con save. And I'll say, thank you for saving my city.
I did the best I could.
It was
Not
more than
everything
enough.
is- Yeah, not everything's perfect, but we're alive.
I give him a hug,
Oh.
and then I make a con save.
Bubdub, at this point, like, you'll know Bubdub covers himself head to toe unless it's absolutely necessary. Because it doesn't take an action, or it doesn't take any part of, like, an action to, like, try to apply the poison, by the way.
Yeah.
So I keep myself pretty locked up.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
That's a hell of a flying job, Bubbles.
It's the first time I can say that I've flown the city. This was
For
more
first time
stressful.
here, I think you knocked it pretty out of the park.
This was much more stressful than I anticipated this trip would be.
This is about on par. Miss Adelaide, we should probably go check on, any kind of gestures over in the direction of where her daughter and is it Andromeda or Andromedea?
It's technically Andromedea, but Daddy's called
Andromedea.
her Andromeda, and I think that's nice too.
That's my bad.
No, it's better. I like it. Picasso.
We should probably go, just, I'm sure they're fine, of course, but,
Seeing what I could. It would be faster to get a familiar there or myself. But I think we should go in person. I need to make sure she's okay and tell her what has become of her father.
it's definitely the kind of thing that should be delivered in person. But if you want, I can send the chipmunk ahead to...
No need.
Okay.
Before we start making our way across the city, I assume once we've climbed down from the helm, just reaching out a hand and taking hold of what becomes reins, as after being close to Montreux, feeling a certain similarity, just instinctively taps into that, and I'm going to use Summon Steed to create and bring forth a similar starlight elk, and I'm going to pass the reins to Adelaide.
That's so cute. Thank you. I've always
Look
wanted.
at your camera and you're like,
I call it Josh too.
you don't deserve to use the name Josh after what you did
Pack
to
it
Josh
in.
original.
Pack
Hey
it in.
Siri,
Alright.
set a timer for Josh's life.
That was when the real villain arc began.
I will happily climb aboard said elk. I'm kind of beelining. I just want to give space for anyone that might want to do anything else.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I missed this, but are we basically on autopilot right now for the city, or does Bubs have to actively be?
Yeah.
flying?
The
Okay.
city you think is going to float in place. You do not
Okay.
think it can move at all right now.
Okay, that's what you meant by the energy thing. Got it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a hey, we're in a controlled fall because we're losing energy, or if this is a hey,
No,
you can't
no.
move anymore because we don't have enough.
Actually, Bubs can make an Arcana check.
Oh motherfucker!
Yeah.
This one's not an advantage. It's the only thing.
Well, you're not super well versed in it, but this isn't the first flying city you've seen. Sapienta Academy was flying.
Oh,
as
if that's
well.
fair.
In both Sapienta and here, you saw like massive sort of cerulean colored crystals all around the bottom, like the mountain bit. And you can ascertain that those are broomstone, which is magically enchanted to float. So they will keep the city steady. It's just it needs energy to thrust and move. And
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
what
Is there-
allows the sky ships of Exandria to fly about. So you've seen that, but probably just not on this massive of a scale most of the time.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Is there any reason to get with like the guard or anybody to, well, just not let anybody up to the helm for right now, in case people be crazy because they're not on the moon anymore and want to try to do something?
You see Adelaide sort of scoots off with the other stag, and we'll get to that. But as she goes, you see guards sort of running up. And they
What was
They're
the
not-
name of the guy? Fuck! What was the name of the guy that helped that gave us the one originally?
they're not mad. They're not angry. You can tell. You all
Just
have a high enough sort of passive insight for that. They're scared.
I know cops.
And they run in and they're more like, what the hell happened?
All is well. After he shakes his stupor from just staring up at the sky because he sees a blue sky for the first time in his life, he turns to them and he says that as he's approaching them. I'm Archivist Kelsador Molay. I was with this group. Honestly, they saved us. All of us here.
They nod. And well, the guy in charge nods and looks at you. Thank you, all of you. We can make sure nothing happens here. You're probably needed at the Glass Citadel.
I'm gonna go off on a limb and say, assuming that this guy's like a captain or something, I'm
Yeah.
gonna... Captain, how long ago did the Herald of Tomes and the Arch... How long ago did we disappear? How many days?
You see he kind of pulls out this stone and talks into it low enough that you can't quite hear. And then maybe 30 seconds later, something comes back. It's only been about an hour.
Great time.
Time's a weird soup.
Thank you.
Huh.
Head up.
All right. Adelaide is gonna touch down first. Well, this thing can't fly, right? Can it fly yet?
No, not
Yeah, I didn't think
until
They fly now.
not for another 2 levels can I start summoning those sort of things.
Fair
But
enough.
this thing's got a pretty fast run speed.
Fair enough. So Adelaide, you get there first. With your station, they let you right through. And you are brought to the handy dandy overlook we've used a few times for this.
If you.
Look.
I'm looking. What am I supposed to see?
As I ride through, I'm just gonna say to the guards at the front, there's a group, my entourage, that should be following closely behind. Let them through as well, please.
Absolutely. And as all of you sort of run through the city, you notice guards are out in force, not policing or anything, but helping people, making sure any structures that have been damaged are evacuated. Just doing the thing. And the people you notice are all very shell-shocked, they're doing the same thing Kelsador was doing, just staring at the sky, confused. About most of the ones you see are like on their knees praying. It's an ordeal. And Adelaide, you break through toward this overlook. You look to your right, you see Mianeth playing with your father's mount. And
Immediately, like, onto her, immediately, like, wrapping her up in a hug. Like a very overbearing hug.
Let me go.
Are you feeling alright?
Yeah, that was fun. What happened?
We are on, Exandria.
That's where you went.
I'm making eye contact with the, like, royal family up there as I say that.
They're actually, your dad's looking at you. They're just looking out over the city and talking to each other.
Keep playing. I need to speak with you afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
And she like jumps off your shoulder onto the stag's antlers and is like shaking him around.
Oh my god. I'll like approach the steps and climb up. I like glance at my dad. I'll give him like a small acknowledging nod.
He still looks like shit.
Me too, Pookie.
He nods.
Last night.
Glad you made it out.
And then I'll kind of, I guess, clear my throat to like have my presence acknowledged, and I'll like curtsy to the family.
Yeah. They all turn. I need to open my NPC notes. You see Sachaz and Ilis are sort of
Islis.
stoic look. And Andromeda, she just runs and hugs you.
Oh. I'll hug her back.
What?
Are you alright?
Yes, we're fine. The city took some hits, but all things considered, it's better than getting crushed by a moon.
I think most things are better than that. It was the efforts of one small frog that saved our city in the end.
What's a frog?
Do you remember who I arrived with? The entourage.
Yeah. Which one's frog?
I believe the correct term is grung, but the small green one, not the big green one.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, he will have to receive
Oh,
a combination.
Yes, indeed. I think
Flying a city that hasn't moved more than a few hundred feet in 2,000 years is an accomplishment.
yes. Yes, it is. I think the city could use a voice. Terrason is disposed.
Are you okay?
Better than ever, I think. I I do worry about being on Exandria. I've been here for some time and I know the habits of the people here. They will want to exploit the city. They will want to bring it under their bureaucracy. I want to know what we have.
Well, some of that was already happening, but, well, they disappeared before all this went down. It doesn't bode well.
Did they?
She nods.
Your husband to be.
That is in the air for now.
Motherfucker. What a coward. Right.
The city will be addressed. We are going to, once we know everything is shored up, perhaps later tonight, have people gather. And you know, like, from this balcony, or from a different, like a lower one, they can address sort of the populace.
Yeah.
I would love for you to be there by my side.
Of course. Of course. I'll be wherever you wish me to be. What is... I understand that this has kind of been sprung upon all of us. What is the plan? Are we just going to float out here?
Well, we have no expertise of where we are, what we're doing. We don't know what happened, where we came from. I think we need answers before we can make a decision.
I agree, but the city will want direction, so I would suggest
Understood.
perhaps we should move quickly.
Understood. It is in that I must unfortunately ask you one more favor.
Out with it then.
The city needs a symbol. Someone to go out, explore, report back. You've done it well so far.
I don't understand.
I'm asking you to be away from Mia for a small amount more time. Obviously, take all the time here you need, but... And this is not a favor that you have to do, like the last one. This is completely up to you.
Well, the last favor ended up quite well, I think, all things considered. It was a little bit hairy there for a while, but I think I kind of look over at my daughter playing with the elk. I'm frowning a little. I think I have an obligation to her, not just you, to see this to the end, to make sure that she grows up and things are safe, that it's different for her than how it was for us. This is already probably too much.
Andromeda nods and pulls a small stone out of her pocket. This was created before the collapse. In our trying times, I have thought it necessary to pull out some, well, old heretical things. You can use this to speak with your daughter whenever you need to.
Wondrous. What does it do? I look at the rock like it's like a shoe, or like a hat.
Well, if you talk into it, your voice will be transmitted to the other one. And she pulls one out of her other pocket.
Oh,
It's a sending
Lovely.
stone.
it's a rocky talkie.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
a vintage.
Yep.
I get it. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. We must make some decisions. I will call for you and yours when we will address the city.
Of course. I kind of glance back at me again. She was not so close with her father towards the end, right?
No.
All right.
She spent more time here as he withdrew.
Very good. I look like I'm kind of turning because I recognize she's kind of dismissed me, but then I feel like a heat against my chest and I pause and I'll turn around. When I was in the archives, we heard a voice. We heard many voices. We saw many things down there. It's a bit of a fuck show, as they say. But one of them was. It sounded like your mother.
What do you mean?
It sounded like your mother, and that she'd been trapped down there for a very long time in a kind of eternal combat with, I suppose, your grandmother.
She wasn't. I thought she was. And you see Eyeless sort of drops to his knees.
I'll
These
take
things are
off
both
the.
dead.
I think they were little more than carcasses of what they were, just reduced down to their base drive and intuition. I'll take off the amulet and I'll hold it out to her.
She grabs it, and as she does, it sort of glints a little bit. And you can tell, like, some sort of feeling from the amulet washes over her, and she just bursts into tears.
I'll hug her and console her.
Hides platypus noises.
You do that, and then she kind of regains her composure in a few minutes, not minutes, a few 10 seconds, and like stands up and hands it to her dad, and they kind of hug.
I kind of slowly back away. Let them have this moment.
Yeah. And you can take an inspiration for that.
Get
Thanks!
inspired, nerd.
I'm so inspired. I'm uninspired now because I got called a nerd.
And it's about now when the rest of you show up.
All is well. Everyone is naturally quite overwhelmed. I like indicated the royal family are taking the time to make a decision on what to do. And there will be an address soon.
That was to you guys.
Oh fuck.
was
Bubs
me.
just gives a thumbs up.
Very good.
Can we do anything to help?
Oh,
I don't think so. I don't think there's much for us to do here. Our expertise tends to be
Smashing
in other
things?
places. I
Uh,
suppose, yeah.
my voice, I suppose, will carry across from this stag where I'm helping Mia to brush and groom him. You're in the southern hemisphere of Exandria. I'm not sure if it's a city emotion or something else, but that much I can say. You will have tripped some sort of divination sensors. There's already people probably scrying upon your city.
Well, one could also guess that seeing a giant flaming hunk of rock breaking through the atmosphere might have also tipped a couple people off here and there.
Yeah, because Alexandria is flat and everybody can see it.
Or
I smack Tor on as high as I can reach.
I
You know-
pick you up to make sure you can reach the back of his head.
or I
I,
need you to look me in the eye for a moment here.
It was a joke.
There's been no
And
mention
I
of it yet,
insight
which I'm
that.
surprised about. Looking up, can we see either Rudis or Katha in the sky? And if
Neither.
no, that's not concerning.
That's good. That's not the answer that we wanted.
But there also isn't like any like there's no like rock rain, right? There's no like
Correct.
Rocky
Rock
rain.
rain.
rock
Rocky
rain.
I mean, that's not how gravity works.
Gravity.
It definitely is how it works.
I saw
Yeah,
the movie with George Clooney. I think I know a thing or two.
I think gravity would suck in a few rocks if they went smush.
They'd do a spinner first.
Yeah,
they'd
but
be
we'd
cruising
see
around.
we'd see wee woos.
We'd get a ring like Saturn.
Yeah.
Wee woo rocks.
So
Wee woo rocks. Wee woo Wayne.
everything is good to know everything's okay as it can be. How
Or
are you doing?
Right. I am doing very well. You think that she means that? She actually looks the most relaxed she's ever been in her life.
it's only been an hour. I'd like to go examine the scene where the Herald of Tomes was killed.
I also would like to look over to our good friendo, Cal. Is that it, Cal? I can't even remember.
Cal?
Cal?
Close the door.
Cal? Close the door?
Close the door.
Close the door.
Kal-El or
Kal-El?
Kal-El!
Super
Oh,
duper.
I'd like to look over to Kel and say,
He is
You
so
should-
far behind, just so you know. He hasn't even moved up to anyone. He's like off to the side. He's not used to being here. So he's way, way in the back. Like, should I just go home now? Or, like...
Hey, Gar. So am I getting paid?
Wait.
You guys are getting paid?
I'm going to walk over to Kel and clear my throat and say, do you need company to make sure your family is safe?
Oh, where would the clergy be? Like they would probably be in the higher ups of the city, I'm assuming, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, then he would just after looking, staring off into the distance, looking very uncomfortable. He'll look to Adelaide. I have a feeling they're safe.
All right.
Thank you for asking. I'm not really sure what I should be doing in this moment.
Elzador.
I know exactly what you should do.
Yeah, you should be less awkward.
You should be drinking.
There'll be time for that, but still, I request your help and the chiefs here for looking at the Herald of Tomes. I heard it was ritualistic, but you two, looking at Torn Adelaide, weren't able to determine much, and although we know something, it's best to know patterns and what to look for in the future, or anything helpful.
You... Kilzador... Roke, I know you mean well, but he doesn't need to see that right now, from what you guys described. I think this day has already been enough for one, for one day.
I mean, I don't mind. I'm just if I'm in if I'm needed, I'd help in any way I can. It's the least I can do for what all of you have done.
Are you up for it?
Yes. Yes. I'd
Yes.
like to see what happened.
Calzador, I won't force you, but it would be appreciated.
Sure. Yes. Sure.
Anyone else is welcome to come, but you two are uniquely qualified at discerning. I shut myself down before I reveal too much about who Kelzador is around all these people, even though Montreux already knows. Very good at patterns and records, so...
Actually, how does Montrose look? Kelzador probably hasn't moved because of Montrose also, now that I think about it.
I mean, he looks like shit. That dude looks like he needed sleep 3 days ago.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool.
Man,
But he's chilling, exhausted, stoic, leaning on his hammer.
He's minding his business.
Pretty much.
he knows
Okay.
when to keep his mouth shut.
So yeah, I think Kelzador would be more willing to go just to get out of the room than...
Hell yeah. As you're leaving, you do hear him sort of call over everybody. Head archivist.
I think you would hear him say shit to himself.
Ah, jeez.
Yes, first night.
He kind of hobbles over, using his hammer as almost like a crutch. Not a crutch, but like a cane. Thank you for taking care of my daughter when I wasn't there, and for helping us save the city. You're good in my book. And if you're interested. Put in a good word up top for New Herald of Tomes.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh. Right. Thank you, sir.
I love every second of the fact that he just doesn't know what the fuck to do. He's so confused.
He like almost goes to try and shake a hand, and then he's like, "Wait, no, I shouldn't do that. I should bow. No, wait, hold on. My hands are burned."
Do you like awkwardly put a hand
He
out?
shakes
a
his
little
own
bit.
hand.
Do you
Not
like
shaking
awkwardly,
his own hand.
you like awkwardly have to put a hand out at all while you're being awkward?
He does for a second, and then looks at his hands because Kelzador looks messed up. Also, now that I think about it, and then he
Yeah.
kind of like wipes his hands, like trying to get the burn off, but it's just burnt.
He'll grab your like wrist in like a, the Beastmaster handshake, and he'll pull you in, and kind of whisper in your ear, "Your secret's safe. If you ask me, I think it's long since time the city kind of went back to a little bit of what it used to be."
Oh shit. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Excuse
Anyway,
me.
have a good day. And he slaps you on the shoulder like hard enough that you kind of double
I
over.
stumble.
And
Yeah, I stumble. I definitely stumble at least like
Yeah.
3 steps.
Yeah.
I'll just reach out and catch you and pull you into a dip. No, just catch you.
Lay one on him.
It's happening.
But he will look down at Kelzador and just kind of say, "Have fun seeing what happened to your predecessor. I hope you enjoy your anatomy lesson." And he lets him go. He seems kind of pissed off.
Oh god.
No, you.
He would say, I mean, if I seem to struggle with it, you could be there for moral support.
What about me indicates
You're right.
capability of moral support?
I just, yeah,
Most
sure.
people generally just find me irritating at best. So,
I don't.
thanks, Augie.
It is about
Are you
that
just
time. Oh, go ahead. No.
are you just saying that to be nice? He's looking at you, Calzador.
No, I for the most part, I don't really have a nice or mean factor. It's just very straight to the point. I just kind of say what I'm not good at talking to people, so I kind of
noticed.
Yes, I kind of just say what I mean for the most part.
Well, not everyone appreciates that, but I think I've been around enough liars to much prefer getting just straight to the point. That being said, I think I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing death and torture everywhere I go, so I might pass on this one. Sorry.
I completely understand. I don't necessarily want to see it. I'm doing it because if there's something I can gain, that thing is still out there. So if there's something I can gain from knowing this, then perhaps I could use it to help this city in some way.
I hope you find whatever you're looking for. And hey, if you're still capable of speech later and, like, you know, not completely shell-shocked and everything, I can tell you about Xander or whatever the fuck you want.
I would like that.
Yeah, it'll be great. Get out of my sight.
I think he probably smirks himself a little, realizing, I guess, Beetle is uncomfortable, and will just turn and follow Roke.
That was weird. He looks down at August. August, was that weird? That felt really weird.
He's always kind of weird.
I felt, well, no, not him. That was the normal level of, like, weirdness for him. Was I weird? The normal.
You're also kind of a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But, like, in a good way.
Thanks.
Most of the time. Sometimes it's not in a good way, but usually someone tells you that.
August? We're gonna end this conversation now. Thank you. Alright.
It wasn't weird.
He is turned around and is walking away. The direction he is going is nowhere. He's walking towards a wall, but he's just moving for the sake of it.
Fair enough. As you are walking and everyone's kind of going their own way, Adelaide, you hear
Hello.
something in your brain space.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Get out of there.
Hello, Adelaide. My sensors have detected an entry into this atmosphere
Hey.
Yeah.
about the size of your city. Are you okay?
Hello, Chuck. Yes, you're right. The city is in Exandria. We're all fine. How are you? Where are you now? How many do I have? Fuck.
I think you have like 2 left technically.
Yeehaw!
Love you.
We are in Uthadern. I am learning how to blacksmith.
Yay! Oh, lovely. Is that it?
Wait, what was the rest of? Was that the only?
No,
question?
is that it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I thought that was the only question you asked. She's gonna answer the question.
What else? I'm gonna say as like in between sendings, just before like Roke and Co head out, just be like,
Yeah.
I have Chuck on the line here. Does anybody want to say anything?
Bubdub furiously just waves his hand. Hi, Chuck.
I stand beside Bubdub and furiously wave and I check.
Is Taurus hot dad with him?
Alright.
Answer the question, Adelaide.
Chief says hi, Tor says hi. Beetle asks if Tor's hot dad is with you. Question mark. How is blacksmithing? How many do I have?
Wouldn't question mark
Well,
be 2
question mark
words?
is 2 words.
Yeah.
I'm condensing them.
Count it in one. And then how many do I have is also in there.
Hang on.
Oh wait, I have something very important to tell you. Remember that.
I'm just marking off spells. It's fine.
There's just so many spells Chuck's wasting here.
All right. That was 2. Here's the next one. 2 and up is of normal temperature.
Very good. That's very good.
Yes.
Blacksmithing is good. 2 and off is helping me learn.
they say that your father's helping Chuck learn how to blacksmith, and also that they are of normal
He learned how to
temperature.
blacksmith.
I don't know.
That's
Perhaps
good.
that's
It
where
does
you
get pretty
get it
hot in the
from.
forge, so at least he's not overheated.
Hydrated.
I bet he is.
Smash cut to him just like pouring a bucket of water over himself.
I'm your Venus. I'm your.
I'm your fire.
Yeah, I'll say back. Very good, very good. Cool, no doubt. Sounds great. I don't know what we're planning to do next.
Yes, sir.
Question mark. Oh fuck. Shit, I should have rephrased
You
that.
still got. I was about to say you still got 4 more.
It ended on, oh fuck, I should have.
Might see you soon. These 4 words.
Oh fuck, I should have. Yep, that works.
Fuck. I used to be so good at sending. What the fuck happened?
Brain rot.
I will check in. I can only do this a few more times today. Good luck.
11.
Glad you're okay.
And we should have asked about the moons.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah, we can still ask. I've got a return. Can you detect anything about the moons by any chance? Can you make me something cool? Please. Send.
You do not need to say send.
Over.
Stop responding to me!
I cannot sense the moon, like
Moon
not in
sensors
a way.
negative.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. I have no moon sensors, but we are in. There is a new moon this week, right? Is new moon?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like black. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And then yes, I will make you something.
Delightful. Can you detect where the city has landed? Do you have city sensors? How many other sensors do you have? Send. No, not send. Send.
Do not say send, please.
You sort of feel something trying to look at you. Would you like to make a save, or would you like to?
Yeah, I'll fail it.
Okay.
It's Teresa.
It's the Lich. The
Yeah,
Lich is
she's
looking at you right now.
What's up, shorty?
It's just some random fish in the water below us.
Surprise,
What the
shorty.
fuck is this shadow?
It's nighttime already? Oh! The fish has human teeth.
Oh no.
You are in the Lucidian Ocean.
Better wake up.
Dev! Why are you leaving now?
Just ask the voice in the sky to bring us to the map layer.
That's what I'm doing. And then she sort of, because of your weird mental bond, and she's like half you anyways, zooms out a little bit, and like instead of words, you get like the scry kind of downloaded into you.
Yeehaw.
You guys are there.
It's a bubble.
Oh my god, it's so cute. Where the fuck
It's like a
is
jellyfish
that?
with no legs.
I'm gonna ask everyone else. Does anyone have a map of Exandria? Could pinpoint us.
I would pull out a map.
I'll pinpoint it.
Okay.
Job as ranger fulfilled.
Now
The ranger is ranging.
Why does it look like one of the capsules that a Saiyan flew out on in Dragon Ball Z?
It kind of does.
It also kind of looks like that island on the raft. On raft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you're right. Shit.
with those fucking
Um,
robots
The Wobits.
that just chase you around like little assholes.
Assholes.
Rogue, does our placement mean anything to you in particular? Are you like wary of any kind of threats that we should maybe mention to the monarchs?
Looking around at this, I mean, the closest continent is what was once Dominus. In your atlas, you should probably inform them that it is no longer there.
Well, that was at an ancient library, though.
Yeah, it was in an ancient library. I don't know how much time they've spent on Exandria since then.
They can
They
see
might
it,
have
though.
new maps because of Princey.
They can
I'm
also,
not-
like, see the
Fine.
planet, no?
It's covered in clouds and fog. That's like part of its whole shtick. You're not supposed to
According
like be able to
Tor, it's
see
flat.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Look, I don't know of anything in this area, but
That's alright.
there's a couple of Exandrian representatives on this city, if I'm not mistaken. They
think
might
they
have
know.
something to
I think
say
they have
about
all-
it.
I
You
don't
say
know
it.
this information. I don't know. I don't actually know. This is your conversation. I'm just butting in.
I think they abandoned ship before the Great Landing.
I haven't traveled here before.
That's fine. I just thought I'd ask.
I appreciate
Um,
it.
I salute them on their journey to go look at the horrific shit they're about to see. I shall not be looking at it again. That's none of my business.
All right, and we will cut to that. There it is. The home of tomes.
Hey.
Ooh.
It's us. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, whoever's here can drag out. What you do actually see, as you're kind of walking around, you see a dead. This is sort of in one of the rooms outside. Not
Dad.
Oh fuck! I took the cat with me.
Sarlacc pit?
that.
Mimic.
Well, it's a horde mimic, and it was in one of the rooms that they didn't explore. It got a couple guards, but they got it down.
Oh, I'm gonna steal
Imagine,
this monster.
imagine if like, 6 or 7 sessions ago, I guess it would have been 8 now if I'm thinking about this correctly, because Kelsador was introduced and it was 7. Yeah, if Adelaide had walked into a room and then just been,
I wish. God, I
Mhm.
wish.
all
That he
right.
really said.
So I don't know what necessarily we can discern from this, but we have our 2 more arcanely persuaded individuals, and then I've got some expertise in fiendish things, including the ability to discern abyssal symbology. And since you mentioned that in your games paladins can do this, I guess I can ritually cast either detect evil and good or detect magic. So, that's cool.
Yeah, you're good. You don't sense any evil currently or any magic currently. Looking around, I'll say with your knowledge, the other two of you can make Arcana checks at advantage, and Dev, if you can think of a check that makes sense, I will certainly take it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think if they're doing Arcana, and just based on like my background, I'm gonna go with investigation. I'm gonna guide myself on this, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
All right. Kelzador, you have found some old tomes, specifically old tomes written by male convokers, that speak about, said it a million times, there's power in a soul, and there might be a way to transmute soul energy into spell energy. Bubdub, you look at these. They're not too dissimilar from the burnt arcane trappings you saw in that gnome town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not the same by any means, but they're of similar note.
Yep, I gotcha.
Same dialect.
And with your investigation check, Roke, you're kind of looking around, and you find something that was not explicitly found before, and that this is sort of like a wading pool, and underneath it, in sort of almost transparent, but a little translucent, just remaining sort of not energy, but like spell extra leftovers,
Residue.
yeah, a symbol of Thar's doom.
Ooh.
And there
At
was a
this-
body here hung by chains, you can tell, but that it's been taken down.
Does it look like this symbol has been discovered by anybody else yet?
Oh yeah, the guards have been in here.
What I'm trying to ask is, like, they've cleaned up in here,
I understand.
but what I'm actually hoping more of them haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's seen what you've seen, the symbol in the middle.
I call attention to it, and just with Bubdub kind of, probably looking at him and like doing the log guys the nod, like, yeah, it's what we expected. But looking to the head archivist of Pierre, did he see this symbol at all in any of the journals, or did he only see the name written?
The symbol would probably have been there. Not in like the male convoker journals that we just referenced, but this is going back a few sessions where you figured out what. Yeah. You probably would have
Like
seen the symbol.
Like around the ritual of the seeding, like that time.
Yeah.
Hearing about that.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what this is. And I'm going to take my hand and put it against it, and it'll kind of glow a bit as I drag the hand, and I would like to obfuscate the symbol.
As you sort of drag your hand to obfuscate the symbol, you see a sizable, maybe twice the length of one of your fingers and just as sort of large, jumps from glove to glove and hits the symbol, and it goes up in smoke.
I know you've got a curious nature to you. It's one of the downfalls of many wizards, it's my understanding. And you should be aware of this. But be careful looking into it if you choose to do so. And knowledge of this thing is dangerous. Terracin, the Grand Duke Spiritual, did not know what he was actually worshipping. That was evident in the end. I'll remind you that its worshippers, if they do so willingly, are no longer sane. This should be a closely guarded secret.
Right.
It's sensitive. You're capable. You've proven so. Whether or not you believe it.
I'll keep it secret from at least my people here.
I don't know whether or not you're intending to leave the city, but I imagine what we saw in that library was privileged information.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Have you heard of the Cobalt Soul?
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, he's... No, I haven't.
They're an intercontinental organization that collects and curates information, some of it too sensitive for public access. But as far as expanding your records, contacting them, it's probably your best bet of getting up to date and sharing and safeguarding knowledge. There's an expositor in Nymeria who I've had personal contact with that knows of our travels prior to LPR, but he takes a moment and pauses and thinks back to like kind of what Beetle said. You'll figure it out yourself. You're cautious. Thank you for coming. Looking to Bob up here, both of you. I appreciate it.
Sorry I couldn't be more help.
I mean, you've done quite a lot.
I know we
I'm
did
not
a good.
done this.
Oh.
But thank you.
We did good things, but it all still feels like putting a bandage on a gushing wound. Problem still persists. Corinthia's still out there. More chains are out there. We didn't stop this one. And these people are only safe for now if we stop this thing. And even if we do stop it, then there's everything else with the city. And that's not my responsibility. That's not any of our personal. But it just feels like no matter how much we do...
Kilzador puts a hand on his shoulder.
I'm checking to see right now if I have calm emotions.
Oh,
Maybe
Roke.
we need to get more joints like we had back in the day on the ship.
Kelsador pulls out a joint. No.
He's like you want them.
Roke, we understand the severity. I think in this moment, you can chalk this up to a win. You are part of the reason why a lot of us are safe. And at least since I've met you, you've been nothing but kind to me, so thank you.
He looks like he wants to argue, but he just kind of bites his tongue and nods. And I suppose with the symbol up in smoke and with these words of, if not reassurance, some solemnity, subduance, I suppose, if that's a word. He decides to walk on out with the other two, assuming they're coming along, and probably follow Pelzador's lead now that he's the city official that we're traveling with.
Go ahead.
I think you'll just say one other thing, and then this will be it. Because I know I don't want to
Take
think.
all the time you want, honestly, genuinely.
This might be my last one, guys. Anyway,
Oh, I
he-
refuse to
he will
accept
say-
that.
he will say to Roke, as Roke goes to walk away, he'll just stop him for a second. Roke is probably stronger than him, so if Roke just keeps on going, he'll probably rip his arm off. But either way, he'll stop Roke for a second and just say, if it helps, whatever I end up learning, I could reach out to you.
Please do. I'm gonna make a note for Bubdub here since he's traveled with Roke longer. It's an odd thing. It's not like necessarily it's welcomed, but it's not as evidently opposed to the fact that a hand was just put on him. He isn't as immediately and obviously tense.
Gotcha. He's getting used to the physical interaction with people.
Everybody
Calzador
wants
just
some
has a good
Calzador.
vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody just wants some Calzador. We're about to have
After
a
Tor
three-way
just threatened
fight.
to kill him for about 7
Yeah.
sessions.
Bro,
Yeah,
I married the
not me.
princess and have my side piece,
Hey,
the new Herald of
I'm
Tomes?
taken.
What?
I'm taken. But everybody else in the party.
You have two hands for a
Right.
reason, Colby.
Rogue.
I
You gotta
can't
chop
wait
off
for
one of
Roke.
your hands. That's the only.
It's true.
I can't wait to have this feast. Roke walks in, just ready to, just absolutely just mac on the princess. This is gonna be so nice.
Ah!
All right.
No.
Well, they are walking back towards you guys. What are the rest of you guys up to?
We all want to be doing.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna look at Tor and say, big day in the office.
It's a fucking understatement of the century. That's insane, dog.
Yep.
Let's just leave.
It just straight up left.
He went
He
for a
had to
potty
pee.
break.
He's frying chicken.
Oh, I thought he. God damn it. Me too, actually. I'm gonna go make some hot chalky.
Is that what you call peeing? You need to get your kidneys checked.
Oh my god.
I was going to
No,
pee
he's
and get some hot chocolate.
There was an and. I heard the and.
Oh, I genuinely didn't.
I'm gonna pee some
gonna
hot
go
chocolate.
pee hot chocolate.
That would be horrifying.
We got.
I really want to say that from now on.
Do you guys
We
want
got-
the open mic?
No. We got August, Tor, Adelaide, Beetle. Adelaide said that to Tor, but
Yes, big day in the office. You gonna go for a walk?
Yeah. Go for a stroll?
Go for a stroll?
A sexy walk?
There's no other kind that Tor can physically do.
He do be strutting. He's had glutes for
That's
days.
true.
Well, she
So
also does
mean.
need to tell some horrible news to her child.
She did.
I'll do that
didn't she?
later.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
I'll
can
do
still
that.
go on a sexy walk.
I say,
Sh-
your
sh-
dad's
come on,
dead,
walk
and then
with
I
us.
strut away.
Yeah, strut away.
I think I should do that in like an NPC capacity, in like a background montage thing.
yeah, that's.
You just
up
grab
to you.
some other
don't
servant to tell your
think I
daughter,
should-
hey, can you tell her their dad's dead for me?
I'm
Yeah.
certainly not gonna make you do that if you don't want to.
Yeah, I just think it's like a very easily triggering topic to
Yeah.
to be telling a
Ab-
child of that stuff.
Just later on the Rocky Talkie. So, anyways,
Dubs
So anyways,
about your dad.
he went to go get gas and never came back.
Alright.
I actually don't know.
Stop.
Tor and Adelaide.
I'm triggered.
On a little walk around.
Yeah, a little roundabout. Tor. wants to probably just all these people are discovering like something new for the first time, and it's probably really cool to see. So I just want to take a walk through the town and just, I don't know, help that. Point out cool looking clouds, show people. Druid craft a little flowers in their flower pots that probably haven't grown anything of color in a long time. Just make people smile.
Giving
Hell
them a
yeah.
full-on Pleasantville culture shock.
Yeah.
As you're walking around, you do see people sort of, breathing fresh air for the first time, looking at the sky, looking, because as I forgot to note at the beginning, the like atmospheric bubble dropped when the city got back. It was like an automatic sort of thing coded into the city 2,000 years ago that nobody thought existed anymore, but came back. As it hit actual atmosphere, the invisible bubble opened, and there's now a breeze in the city for the first time. There's fresh air. They can smell the ocean. But you can make a persuasion check at advantage.
I will guide.
And guided.
Guided.
Hey,
Yeehaw.
get that guidance. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
With a 19,
Take it. We'll take it.
not only are people looking at, the first Goliath they've seen in however many years, because since you've been here, you've pretty well, there was the trial, but that was pretty private, and you haven't really outside
I've done
of going
nothing
2
to
and
make
4.
myself
Yeah,
known.
exactly. So they're like looking at this, giant green man with a handmaiden of their princess, and they're just kind of taking it all in with wonder.
Scandalo.
It's all, please don't interrupt me. They're all taken aback a bit, and they'll take it pretty well. Like, you're showing them things, and they look excited, especially like the younger they are. The older ones are a little more scared, but they're still kind of taking it in well. Like, they obviously knew what the planet was. It's not like totally unknown, but it's something they never thought possible.
You almost died back there. I don't think I've forgotten that.
You explicitly told me not to.
Yeah, it's the only
And
rule I
then
gave you.
It was the only You haven't told me to do a whole lot of things, and you did it one time, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just do it anyways.
You were like really fucked up. You were quite, yeah, the
It was
closest
really
to death
bad.
that I've ever seen you, I think, perhaps.
I was worried for a second.
I hope so. I was worried for about 12 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah.
You feel alright?
Do I?
Do you feel alright?
Yeah. No. Yes. I'm sorry I made you worry.
I suppose I can let you off the hook this time.
As Wyatt goes crazy in the background. Usually it's not me I have to worry about going down. There's like a random long shot from the back corner off the top ropes.
That was one time. was one time with a really accurate gun.
Well, this was one time with a guy who hurt really bad.
Yes, he did hurt really bad.
How are you?
Good. I feel like I can breathe for the first time in 2,000 years.
It's because that bubble's gone.
Yeah. I think they recycled the air, so there's a...
So
all the
you're
mouth
breathing other
breathers
people's.
really got in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks over to the person that's currently breathing air. No, not you. What's What did the princess make of all this?
I think she was overwhelmed. I think I don't envy her position. I think she is trying to get as much information as she can before they decide what they want to do. If it was up to me, I would try and cloak the whole city and hide it away. But
You're just gonna entangle the whole city?
that's the plan. My master plan. But I know the people of this place, and they are thirsty for any kind of knowledge they can get their hands on. And
They probably want to
corrupt.
see as much as people want to see them.
Yes, probably. Good for tourism.
Is this gonna
The
become a
economy will
tourist
love
hub?
this.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
They're gonna start printing little mugs. El Pierre
Should we
here.
start a theme park? Get it in.
Bump, bump, bump. So you can have self-driving cars going through your flying city.
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible. I think I'll have to leave Mia.
For how long?
Until we figure this out.
This. What's next?
I don't know. Another chain? I don't know how many chains there are.
Silently wishes Rogue would fly by, shout out an answer, and then disappear again.
There's 4 left.
There's 4 left.
There's a voice in the sky, and I feel like there's
Oh,
perhaps
man.
4 left.
Oh, no. It's just because I don't get to use it often. There's just sky writing above you. There's 4 left.
That's so ominous and scary.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's literally looking at clouds for the first time, and now they're writing to them.
That seems in character.
A new god touches the island.
Cloud god.
We don't even know where to start, though, right?
I think I try to use my brain, and then I shrug. I have no idea. I'm sure Rook will have some semblance of where he expects the next one to be.
You know, do you remember when he was just the guy who wore an apron and cooked for us?
I know. Now what? We can conjure lightning. The Stormlord's champion.
Who would have thunk it? All of us, though.
Have you ever considered being a champion for a god? I'm sure they'd be fighting over you.
You think?
I think you could actually have like a audition process if you wanted.
Would you sit at the table with me?
Yes,
We can get like
absolutely.
1 to 10 cards and hold them up.
Yeah, or the one we could spin around on the chair.
Oh my god. Just have them audition. We hit the button and spin around. But wait, wouldn't they be audition? That is okay.
I don't know what kind of auditions they would have.
Karaoke.
I think they would be fighting over you though.
Over
Have your
you?
pick of the litter. Over you.
Over you.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
Ever since the Great Giver turned out to be someone else, I think the world of gods is one I'm happy to leave behind.
So you want me to pick one up so you can have one by proxy?
No, it's
Is
just
that how you
saying,
do it? Do you
whatever.
just walk by and just grab one?
Yeah, it's like a shopping trolley. Is that what
It's
they
just
call
like
them? I don't
something
do
as a
shopping.
kid when you're picking your favorite team. You just that's what I decided I liked, and you're stuck with that for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I think so. I don't know, we'll have to ask Beetle. Or Rogue.
Addie, do you ever get the feeling that we can't make our own decisions?
Do you get the feeling we're being watched by 7 people?
You ever wonder why I'm here? Were you about to say something, Colby?
No, it's probably just more of just casual conversation and then just going
This is
along
the
and
sexy
chatting.
walk, by the way. This
Yeah,
is
the
like
sexy walk.
the
yeah.
least sexy walk.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty hot.
Real connection. Hottest thing ever.
Mm.
As long as she laughed on our hard day at the office, that's what matters.
Hell yeah.
Actually, sorry. I just want to,
Very good.
as we're out in the city, I'd like to stop by a jeweler's, if possible, and inquire if I could get something, melted down and remade into another piece of jewelry.
Everything currently is very closed for very good reasons, but that is absolutely something we can take care of in the Christmas RPG.
I don't know why they're closed.
The
I'm too
annual,
rich for them to be closed.
annual 2-week Christmas RP chat is making a vengeance.
Oh!
So
Lovely. Never mind then. Sorry.
no, you're
You
good.
go on.
You're good. But yeah, what are Beetle and August up to?
Lieutenant Dan.
They too
So-
went on a sexy walk. It was right there. I'm sorry.
August is always just doing that one gif. Just sassy strutting. It's so funny. How messed up did like the like lower city get when we entered?
The lower city is still on the moon.
Oh,
So pretty messed up.
yeah. So like I guess what I meant is like weren't there areas that like got semi fucked up?
Yeah. So the whole of the Undercity is currently unsure of what's kind of there. We just know it didn't come with. The you did see around that like a lot of the taller structures were a little fucked up. Like I liken it to like a low grade earthquake, like a 5 or 6, like enough to fuck shit up a little bit, but not enough to break a highway in half. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I wanted August to kind of just, I don't know, ask the guards or whatever, whoever, if they needed any help with making sure that nobody was like stuck under anything or setting up a little first aid tent. You know, just basic stuff.
Hell yeah. They will gladly let you help. You do scare a few people because you're kind of invisible until you're not. But
Is it like daytime?
yeah, you're right. You're right. It is daytime. Just creeping out of the shadows, like ah!
You're invisible because everybody here is taller than you and doesn't know you're there until you say something. They look down.
Absolutely.
That is true.
But yeah, there's certainly a relief. Not so much rescue anymore, but there is a relief effort going on that you can absolutely join in on.
Hell yeah.
How about our bug man?
I think he would have just watched everyone walk off in pairs, talking or laughing and holding hands, and seen August sneak off. Kind of incidentally sneaking, but that's just how they do. And he kind of chuckles when he sees them startle a couple of people on his way. And then I think he would really just kind of walk around in the palace kind of aimlessly until he finds just a nice quiet corner. And he just sits down with that groan of someone who has really fucked up knees. And just kind of slumps back against a wall. Tor's not here, so he can smoke in peace, so he immediately just takes the longest drag ever.
As you smoke, your squirrel looks at you very judgmentally.
He blows a ring at its face.
It like scruffles its nose and then gets startled and looks at a doorway. And you see one Mianeth with ice cream dripping off of her mouth.
He immediately like panics, looks at the cigarette, looks at Mia, and then eats it.
Did that taste good?
What's your definition of good?
This? Yeah. She just like
Huh.
wipes the ice cream off her cheek and licks it.
Well, I guess the real question is what kind of flavor is that? Because I don't really know a person until I know what kind of ice cream they like.
Probably very simple. It's probably just vanilla. Or
I respect.
whatever moon vanilla is.
No, there is no joy in plain ice cream, like plain yogurt, but ice cream form.
No.
I respect the little lady who likes what she likes, keeps things simple.
Why ain't you got no fingers?
I got some.
She squints.
Why do you have all of yours? Yep, that's 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, that's 11. Where'd you get that extra one?
She like looks frantically at her hand. You lied.
Just a little bit. I stuck my hand where my parents told me not to stick it. So that's why you should listen to your ma.
I usually do. But sometimes I just forget.
It is like that sometimes. I'm sure you try your best, though.
She just smiles. Are you okay? You look sad.
I'm told I just have that kind of face.
Would you like some ice cream? That makes me happy.
I'd love some. Thank you.
She just like pulls a kind of crumply ice cream cone out of her pocket. It's half eaten.
Why do you have... Pocket? Okay. Sticky in there, is it not?
Eh. That's not my problem.
He's gonna kind of just gently pluck it out of her hands, pick a little bit of the lint off of it, and then just take a massive bite off of the ice cream itself. Instant brain freeze, but he's still like, that's good. That's some good cold cream right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, eventful day for you, huh?
Yeah, that was fun. The city shook, and then there was like some fire in the sky, and now it's all blue.
Yeah.
It smells weird though.
Yeah? What's it smell like?
I don't know. You
Maybe
know it
it's-
smells like the ocean, but
Maybe it smells kind of like, salt. Could be. You know, there's this, I think we're floating over, you know, the ocean, right? You know what that is?
that's the blue thing on
Yeah, this
the
the blue
planet.
thing.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the blue thing. Yeah, well, that's where we are right now, actually. It's, so you're smelling a lot of water and a lot of salt. I think it's kind of nice. Personally.
Cool. As you guys are talking, she's been inching closer to the jackalope.
You can pet it if you want.
He tackles the jackalope.
Okay, gentle, gentle. We use gentle hands, okay? Gentle hands.
I learned how to do it from her mom.
Pat.
Yeah, he kind of gently like puts his hand between her and the jackalope. Is like, this is how you pet it, and just kind of gently strokes it behind its ears. See, nice and gentle like. We want to be gentle with animals. Don't want to spook them none. You wouldn't
Right.
like it if someone came up and tackled you, would you?
Grandpa's animal likes it.
Well, what kind of animal is Grandpa's?
The blue glowy horn thing.
Elk. Well, see, I think part of that is because you're approximately the size of one of its lower legs, whereas with this, you're much bigger, so all things relative in that. Also, it's probably made out of stars and not, flesh, which might affect the sensation.
He squints.
Just be gentle with this one.
Okay. She pats it. And after a few minutes of this back and forth, she looks up. I'm tired, and just runs away.
Oh, wait, before she goes...
Yeah.
Can you... Oh, hold up real quick, little lady, if you don't mind. I meant to give this to you earlier, but it kind of... Well, I got distracted for some fairly, I think, reasonable reasons. Anyway, and you need to stop eating light bulbs.
What's a light bulb?
Nothing. I'm having a schizophrenic episode. Here, and he pulls out a little glass dome kind of jar with a very pale looking flower inside of it. Here, this is for you.
What is it? I mean, I know it's a flower, but like, what is it?
It's a ghost flower.
Spooky.
Yeah. It's, where I come from, it's kind of hard to make much stuff grow. The soil doesn't really...
What soil?
Dirt.
Okay.
And, well, because it's something that happened there a while ago, it's kind of poison, I guess. So you can't really make much grow. But you can find some things. This is, it grows off of fungus, which is kind of gross. But then you get something real pretty out of it.
Who's Gus? Why are they fun?
Well, they're not very fun, but his name is Gus. It's a different kind of organism. You should ask your mom to tell you all about it. I'm sure she would love that.
Okay.
And then my cat unplugs my headphones because he hates me. Anyway. I just thought, your mom was gone for a while, and when she came back, she could bring a little piece of where she visited. Which, I guess now you're kind of here anyway, but I think the thought still counts.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And go take your nap.
You're nice. And then she runs.
Brush your teeth!
No.
End up with teeth like mine! And he smiles to have yellow teeth. That's a threat!
Screams and runs. Anybody have anything they want to do before we go on a quick little breaky break? Awesome. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna take a quick 5, and we will be back. See y'all soon. Nova.
Ah! Welcome back.
Yeah, I also
Hell-
thought of the Lion King.
Hell yeah. All right. You guys kind of are all off doing your own thing, and you reconvene back at the palace. It is about sunset. The sun is setting sort of behind the palace as they look down into the crowd of the people who have came to see the speech or what is happening. We are just going to reuse Old Faithful because I think it's just neat.
I think it's just neat.
Neato.
So it's a little different. We'll say that these sort of blocks up here are like different skyboxes. So you got the king and queen in one. You've got the first knight in another. And you've got more guards that are seen. But Andromeda will address the crowd. I need to change the music.
Oh no. This is where it's all been a lie.
In order to
Everyone
reascend to the
betrays
moon, we
us.
must sacrifice the betrayers and foreigners.
Up with their head.
Alrighty.
Well, in that case, everyone in the city is a foreigner.
Oh.
That's true.
People of LPR, hear me. It is I who will lead you in the near future, and it is I who bring you this news. We find ourselves on uncertain ground, not just beneath our feet, but in the very skies above. We have indeed returned to Exandria, yet we do not yet know the fate of our home among the stars. What once anchored us is now beyond our reach, shrouded in the unknown, and still we must endure. Let us not despair. Our ancestors raised this city from the mountains to the heavens, and now we have brought it safely back. The spirit of LPR has always been one of resilience, of defying what seemed impossible. This moment is no different. We do not yet know the full extent of what has been lost or what still may be, but we do know this. We are here, we are together, and as long as LPR stands, so too does the legacy of those who came before. In the days to come, we will seek answers about our moon, about our place in this world, and how we can rebuild not just our city, but our lives. Until then, we must hold fast to one another, for it is not stone nor magic that binds us, it is the strength of our people. Take heart, my friends. Even as we grieve, even as uncertainty looms, let us remember, we are LPR. We are not defined by where we stand, but the heights we dare to reach. And in this moment of transition, she sort of gestures to you guys to walk up.
Jump scare.
Yeah. Wait, all of us to walk up or just one of us?
All of you.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to get in between, Roke and the princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one kills the door. He probably would just sit back a little bit.
Absolutely not. Vito's gonna
As-
grab you and force you up.
Never mind.
He just drags you by the upper arm and he's like, come on.
In this moment of transition, we must look to those who can lead us forward. not with answers, but with courage and vision. To this end, I name Adelaide de la Montreux as our Herald of Horizons. It is her charge to venture into Exandria to chart the paths we have yet to walk, and to discover the truths that await us in this unfamiliar land. Additionally, I am elevating Kelzador Moray to the Herald of Tomes. May his wisdom guide us in the future. Look upon these foreigners. They are who helped us attain safety. They are who showed us the way. And I believe that is the way of LPR's future. We are going to stay on Exandria. We are going to learn, we are going to live, and we are going to help. Adelaide, your journey will be one of great trials, but also great promise. You carry with you the hopes of our people, the wisdom of our past, and the light of our shared future. And as you kind of look behind, you see in clouds your names have been written. That's courtesy of Roke. May your steps be guided by faith and fortified by the resilience of LPR. Let us honor the courage of those we've lost and look to the horizon. Crowd goes nuts. And then if you wanted to say anything, Shan, you absolutely can, but I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot, so.
Adelaide, woo, no, she's overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed visually. She nods and does any kind of formal receiving of title that's necessary, and then will scuttle away.
Hell yeah. The crowd goes nuts. The princess kind of takes a bow. The royal family does as well. And in a night of what could have been tragedy, what could have been the end for most, if not all of these people, they are celebrating a new direction. There's merriment, there's, certainly parties going on. There's a bit of an energy to the city that hasn't been felt in 2,000 years. But I leave that to you guys. The floor for the rest of this session is yours. You do not have to figure it out right away, but do keep in mind that before we return, we are going to have a session next week, but it's going to be a Christmas session, which is in universe, but it's not. You'll see. But before we return in January, we will need a direction. We will have the 2 weeks of RP chat to sort of really own in on it and figure it out. But it would behoove us to start now, plant some seeds. So I will be here for mediation, or if any roles are necessary or NPCs need to be talked to, but outside of that, the floor is yours.
How does the city celebrate?
That's a Shan question.
I think the way that you would expect a city to celebrate after so long being involuntarily quarantined.
Okay.
They go
Fireworks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why not?
we're doing fireworks. The frog.
Well, if we're doing fire.
The frog will
Fireworks.
assist in fireworks. You want a boom?
He'll give you a spoon.
Frog
I
just becomes
assume-
Gandalf.
I assume there is liquor. I will
Well,
procure some of
I don't
that.
know. Again, a Shan question, but probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Moon liquor.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Moon-
moonshine.
Moonshine.
There you go.
We finally got to
We've
make this
done
show.
it!
We finally did
No
it, people.
full
We
circle.
found the moonshine.
Now that we're no longer on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps the real moon was the friends we made along the way.
What are you doing?
Drinking apple juice. What are you doing?
Shut the
I love thinking that
Is
that's
that
what Tor's
Tor above
actually
them?
doing. Drinking
Yeah,
apple
probably.
juice.
Apple juice.
Where'd you get that? I need some.
I will also Art. Thank you
Yes, sir.
for
Uh,
hanging out these past 8 weeks.
I love you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see you next week as well, but it's not gonna have the same weight. Next week's gonna be very Christmassy and fun. So,
You have to come for Christmas.
You have to come for Christmas art. It's legally required.
We don't even know this guy's name.
Can you?
Hey, Colby, do you want to get kicked out again? Because it's gonna
Probably
happen. You learn
But-
your lesson, old man.
saying that, I don't know if you guys, outside of the RP chat, which you are also invited to take part in, I don't know how many more serious moments you guys are going to have with Calzador. So keep that in mind when you're planting your seeds and talking for the rest of the session.
All right, guys, let's make out with Calzador.
All right.
All right, glad we agreed.
All right, everyone, just line up, please.
Just a Kelzador kissing booth.
Shortest is tallest.
The frog is going to abstain knowing that Kelzador does not know what happens if you touch the frog.
Oh, that's the reason not
Maybe,
like
maybe
your
that might be
wife.
Sparks. Sparks fly.
Yeah, he confuses it for the sparks.
Yeah, it's like
Off
whoa,
poisoned in a
pain.
corner.
Kelzador is going to be really sick really fast if that
Bert,
happens.
stop. Ow!
Honestly, yes, thank you for being here, but mostly thank you for dropping like the best character
epic
line
line.
that we've had in a while.
That was crazy.
So good.
Well, thanks for feeding it to me, Beetle. Technically,
Mwah,
so.
I got you, baby. I spout ridiculous shit all the time. Anybody, just all you have to do is parrot it and make it so much funnier than I ever could. I do think Beetle would like go over to Calzador and like pull out one of his little chipped mugs and pour like a little bit of liquor and hand it to him and be like, "No, I ain't gonna peer pressure you into nothing because I don't believe in that. But if you would like to have your first real sip of alcohol, I feel like now is there's no better time than now." Oh, damn!
Heavily injured. He's like, you know what, screw it. It's been a long day.
Cheers! I'll drink to that. How's that baby go down?
Unsafe.
Well, sure, why not?
Surely not for one little sip.
Like Malor.
Depends on how brackish your swill that you carry is.
I found some nice booze, but it's definitely got a high alcohol content. Whatever he collected, yeah, he'd probably cough a little.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely something I've had before.
Vito's gonna kind of give him like a clap on the back between the shoulders. You did good. I've seen much worse, I promise you.
Then I should be lucky. Then
He offers to pour more.
knowing that his parents are probably out there and they just heard that he became the Herald of Tomes now, after denying clerical positions and all that. He's probably going to drink some more. He's like, yeah, that conversation's probably going to happen.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Well, I know you wanted me to tell you all about Exandria, but I feel like, maybe
I could see it now.
yourself. Yeah. I mean, I'll still tell you whatever you want to know, but... And I know you are the herald or whatever. But...
Right. I don't even know what that Oh my god, I should probably be working.
No.
I should probably be doing something like that.
Close the door. And he pours more drink. Drink this. It'll help.
He's thinking to himself, he's like, I should probably be... As he takes a drink. Really should be doing it.
Relax. Work can hold on till tomorrow. Or the next day. Perhaps even the day after that, if you're lucky. For now, just be glad that you're alive.
Right. Honestly, thank all of you. All of you saved my life. I don't even know how long I would have been traveling around in there.
You saved yourself, we just happened to be there. The jackalope is definitely almost, like, as tall as her with ears included. It's got its little paws up in the air.
I kind of feel like I need to personally thank every single person.
That's the
whole city.
booze. A little more and that one will go away in a bit.
No. I mean, here, your group. Not in the whole city.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a reasonable goal. I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
If you don't mind, I'll be right back. I'm just going to thank every single one of them. Probably interrupt whatever it is they're doing, and they're probably going to hate me for it more.
Nah, fuck them. If they can stand me to be around them, you'll be fine. You're far more pleasant of a personality.
I think that might be the first time I've heard that. Thank you.
Shit, son, if that's the nicest thing someone's told you, I'm concerned.
Alright. I'll be right back. He's going to actually he turns around, he looks for the bird, can't find the bird. So then he goes to No, he probably looked for Nova.
Hell yeah. They're dancing with me and a jackalope.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Dance with us!
Okay. He does like a two-step. as he moves closer, he does like a little two-step. It's actually the Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. He does that.
There's a star on the Citadel.
He's like, I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done for myself and the city, Nova.
August.
August.
My
Oh,
brain
it's
just
August.
exploded.
August is the name?
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Nova's the
My
person.
brain just exploded.
My bad.
Nova's the whole ass bitch.
I'm sitting there.
Nova
calling
names
Nova.
all of her characters Nova, so Art probably just knows
Only
something
one of my
different from us.
characters was Nova.
All of them. All
So-
of them.
So
Bobby
he
really wants
says-
to get kicked tonight.
So rewind. Thank you for everything you've done for this city and myself, August.
I don't think I've done that much, but you're welcome.
You hurt things before they could hurt me.
Well,
So
that's because you're a friend.
he's a little taken aback by it. He's like, "Oh, but you're a friend as well. Thank you. And enjoy your dance. I can't keep up with you. You're too good at this.
That's okay.
And he'll moonwalk back away from August. And he'll
Is
go
it
to
like-
Bob. He'll go to
Are you
Bob
going
Dub.
from a horrible Commander Shepard to a really unreasonably good moonwalk?
Yes, because gravity, baby. I could just. I slightly float.
I slightly
This
float.
man's epic.
And he floats
Neil's
over
over there. Oh my god.
It would make sense for everyone from the moon to be really good at moonwalking.
True. I put that in my head, like in my head canon. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
But I won't take up that
Stop.
much time. But he'll go to Bub Dub.
Please do.
Bubdub, you will find Bubdub near Andromeda, where he is planning on asking her if she is joining in the celebration.
Oh,
no
yeah,
reason.
she's,
For no reason in specific. Just curious.
she's doing the princess thing, like shaking hands, kissing babies, that kind of deal.
Kicking babies,
damn,
kissing
she's
hands.
working. She's working.
When I shake babies, people say I'm doing something
He'll go-
illegal.
He'll go up to Bub Dub. Excuse me.
Plus.
But right. I know you've heard this already. We haven't spoken too much, but you honestly are probably one of the most brilliant minds that I have come across in my life, and thank you for even doing what you've done. And I would love to learn whatever I can from you, and I'd be willing to also whatever I know, I'd be willing to share.
You see his eyes light up.
Yes, you do some really cool stuff. So we didn't get the chance to talk a lot, I know. You are also extremely smart and very scary under the right circumstances. Do you know how to build and stuff like that?
That's where most of my knowledge is at. And he motions to the current mechanical frog he is riding on the back of.
I'm not particularly good at building, but I'm a very fast learner.
I would be more than happy to trade knowledge over the next few days while we are here. As long as you can teach me how to do that little gravity shove thing you do. It looks like it comes in a lot of handy.
I will try, and I will do my best. It took me 300 years to learn it.
3 days, definitely enough.
I'm still me enough. Bubdub doesn't know what to say to that, to be totally honest. This is not out of his depth, and this is way out of his depth. But at the same time, he's still riding the high that he just fucking rode. He flew a city.
True.
He went from. He'll explain to you where he came from and everything like that. I'm going to give you the Spark Notes version, not talking like Bubdub for a little bit because the voice kills me on occasion. Little backstory is that he's from a village in the jungle. He has now somehow managed to create a working construct out of metal and gears. He's very happy with himself and how much knowledge he has attained over the last how many months it's been.
Village.
He is a very fast learner as well. But yeah, he'll spend some time like going and he'll have an ADHD moment and start like opening like panels on plop and stuff like that, and like pointing at certain things and like saying like this is where you started. Da 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 da.
Kelzador probably gets lost in it until you start seeing him slightly sway a little bit because maybe he drank too much. But yeah, he gets lost in it too. He's like, oh wow, and that's what you use. You use that to convert that energy and blah blah blah. You know, like he'll get all into it and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'll
I'm
explain. There's a
sorry.
little bit of magic. There's a little magic in there too. Every once in a while, not everything can be done with dust and grease.
Right. At a certain point, he'll be like, "Wait! I'm sorry. I wanted to say a word with everyone from your group, and I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost in the sauce. I'm getting lost in the this. So, I will be back. I'm going to speak to another one of your compatriots.
I'm sorry. Go. Have fun.
He's gonna go to tour.
Oh.
Oh.
I was just like, yeah, what's your name, man?
Hey, Kelsey.
Because he reads books, he's Kelsey Grammer.
Hey, there you go. As soon as he sees Tor, just reverse gravity.
Yeah.
No, but he walks over to Tor.
Am I floating?
Am I floating? Excuse me, Tor?
Oh,
I believe?
yes. Are you asking me to dance?
If you would like to dance, then yes. But I'm not good at it. And you would probably be dancing by yourself while I do this step. And he does like the awkward two-step again. But I doubt you would want that.
Exactly what he wants.
I just wanted to thank you. I know you have had your reservations about me. And to be honest, I had some about you as well. I was certain you were going to attack me, so I was planning on possibly attacking you. But
It wouldn't have. Go ahead.
it wouldn't have. What?
I'm just as he stumbles, I'm just gonna grab Kelsador by the shoulder and pull him into a hug and say, "You're all right, man. You're okay. One of us."
Oh, right. Thank you.
It's nothing you did. You're all right. I just I just didn't want anybody to die. That's it.
Yeah, you were looking out for your people. I completely understand. I get it. Well, I hope going forward you feel differently about.
You're one of our people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I think I'm going to just go over here and try and say something to someone else.
waits for him to moonwalk again and just watches him awkwardly.
Yeah, this time he stumbles a little bit as he moonwalks. He would like to go to Adelaide, but he's like, wait, she's another one who kind of doesn't like me. I don't think, but maybe he's still gonna go wherever Adelaide's doing. Miss Adelaide, I know it's celebratory time. You see his eyes are a little watery for some reason. It could be the drink. It could be what Tora said. Who knows?
Oh my god.
Miss Adelaide, I just wanted to thank you for not only saving my life when you did, but just also giving me advice that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. Sitting in those cells, you said to me, remember to keep your head about you. And I think I will remember that anytime I pick up a tome or discover some ancient magic that probably shouldn't be messed with.
Perhaps don't do that. As a gentle suggestion.
Oh no, I plan to run far away from it. Bury it, probably. Burn it.
Indeed. Congratulations on your promotion.
You as well.
I think you deserved yours far more than I deserved mine.
I wouldn't say as much, but sure.
You have, after all, dedicated your life to... She has like this dismissive gesture. Books.
You're not wrong. But I would think that maybe you have looked to the horizon more so than others, so kind of fits.
I suppose you're right. Have you had a bit too much to drink?
I've had this something Beetle gave me.
Was it Beetle?
Lawrence.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Lawrence Beetle? It's this
Yes.
drink and I've had a few sips.
Yes. Do you have a flask of it?
Yes.
Right. I look at the flask. Can I see how much is left in the flask?
Half. Half is gone. At this point.
Oh no.
He's
Oh,
drinking
no.
it. He's drinking it too fast. He's supposed to be just kind of chilling and drinking it slowly. But
I give him a knowing nod. As in, I know and he doesn't. Just gonna squeeze him on the shoulder and say, I can't wait for you to reflect on these conversations tomorrow. It's going to be good.
oh, all right. Thank you again. He'll moonwalk out, but it's progressively getting worse and worse each time.
Bye, Custodor.
At this point, it's Moon stumbling.
He's my favorite of
Yeah.
Your Honor. He's my favorite. He means so much to me.
And now he goes to Rook.
All right. I'll say that you catch me before the guard escorts me away.
Excuse me, Rook.
Herald of Tomes. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, I didn't. That sounds so different. I'm not used to it yet.
It suits you.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to say a little something to each person before you all end up possibly departing on whatever journey you end up going on. And I just wanted to say, well, I've been saying thank you a lot, but I think I owe you the most. If it wasn't for you, I have a feeling the rest would not have accepted me. You showed me at least a decent amount of kindness, whether you meant to or not, and I appreciated that.
what it's worth, they would have accepted you. This whole group is built of outsiders. But rather than be dismissive, simply say thank you. And again, return the thanks for your actions, not just defending your city, stopping a threat, but this moon has seemed to be, from the way it was described, stoic, potentially cold. I think that's why you may feel like an outsider here for most of your life. You're not a cold person, Calzador. You seem to be noble and good, for all the faults that it may bring you. I think that is for the better. Gonna clap a hand on his shoulder, hold it there for a bit, and, unless he says something else, I'm gonna start turning to make a retreat for a bit.
He'll just say, all those very nice things you said about me. It's kind of like you're speaking to a mirror. You, at least to me, are all of those things as well. So
there is something you do sense discomfort, not at your words and like sentiment being expressed, but in your brief time knowing him, he seems pretty critical of himself, evidently. This is one that, whereas Lawrence has all his harshness and evils like on the outside that, he's working in being better, evidently. It's almost as if this is a very practiced facade of serenity, but it does look like he appreciates what you said. Not knowing exactly what to say to it, he will briefly change the subject. Are you drunk?
no, I am swaying, but I'm not drunk. And all because I'm drunk does not mean what I said doesn't hold weight.
Do you want to be less drunk, or do you want to stay as you are? With the caveat that you can get more so throughout the evening, but you may have had a quick start. Look, because I can hear like the now 2/3 gone flask, I imagine.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think I'm fine. I feel fine. For the most part. Actually, yes. Can you actually help with that? Because it's probably not a good look.
The
considering-
hand on his shoulder, there's a warmth and a kind of a jolt that radiates through your body and kind of echoes back. And 5 points of lay on hands to remove the sickness of alcohol.
Oh. Oh. Hey. Right. You
He
must
thinks
get
he can outdrink me, but I've got secrets.
That's very clever. That's very, very clever.
Enjoy your evening. I'll be back briefly.
Yeah, you as well.
Oh, he does stop to turn. One more thing. Could you do me a favor?
Sure.
August loves to fly. you've magic of some variety, and I don't know if you need to be discreet in it some way, but if you could help them realize that just momentarily, that'd be greatly appreciated. I think that would say more than words could.
Right. Let me see what I can do about that.
And that is where I will make my brief retreat.
He probably watches him go, wondering where he's going.
He's being escorted by a guard, to be clear.
Yeah.
He's gonna go take a bath for the lady.
And then he moonwalks back to Beetle.
Oh,
He's got the swagger back too.
that's an impressive move.
Oh, I honestly don't know what I'm doing, but thank you very much for this. He gives you back whatever you gave him.
Oh, no problem. I'm sure there's plenty more where it came from. And he just plucks it from your hand, tips back, and drinks the whole thing in one massive swallow.
Oh, well, that's all. That's impressive. That's very impressive. I wonder who can outdrink who between all of you.
Well, I am also like 2 times your size, so
How tall is Beetle?
he's 7'9".
That is taller. Yeah.
He's a furbulk, so he's giant Ken.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He's also a bit on the chunky side, you know, a lot more to love.
Okay. Chunky boy. Well, I will say for here, Kelsador would probably talk to Beetle for a bit. But at a certain point, he would eventually end up heading away to his to the archives.
You ain't about to go back to all them books already, are you?
Well, there's something I need to find.
Something
I'm
can't wait till tomorrow?
It could probably wait. Yeah, I guess it could actually wait.
Just the worst defense of your actions.
I love being a bad influence. Listen, it's the first day of the rest of your life. You should be celebrating. Because you're not just alive, you're here on Exandria. You can do whatever you want once you figure out what that is.
All right, that's something I need to think about.
Ain't no rush. You got time. You know, you're young-ish. You're young about the face, but I don't know.
Right. How about this? For the next hour, can you just tell me the good food in Exandria, the good places to possibly drink, party or shows or something, entertainment, and you could just tell me that, if that's possible.
Well, I have a bit of a confession to make in that I'm not necessarily the most well-traveled individual. Bit of a hometown boy, if anything.
Good. Tell me about that then.
Oh, it's a
Yes.
shithole.
Well, tell me about this shithole. And because I don't want to, I've done a lot. He would probably listen to whatever Beetle ends up saying until he either passes out or I don't know. gets called off or something.
I think-
Yeah.
He would tell you about where he came from, and try to find the good parts of it,
Mhm.
and very carefully talk around the part where he, is an extremely wanted criminal and burned an entire town to the ground.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Yeah. You- I'm not the most well-liked of individuals. Let's see. All my friends are dead. I did a stint as a dead person. He would definitely avoid all of that. But I think eventually he would see Kelsador starting to get really eepy, and he'd be like, "Am I boring you?"
Oh, no. I think it's been a real. I'm not used to adventuring like the rest of you. Literally spent most of my life in a library.
There's power and knowledge and all that, but yeah, maybe it's time you head off to sleep, or do whatever you want. You know, if you happen to have someone you like, you know, want to go be with or something, I ain't gonna stop you. He kind of like elbows him. It's a little too hard.
He dies. He has like 1 hit point.
Yeah.
I break his ribs.
I mean, I do have a conversation to be had, but other than that, no, I don't have anyone that I would be going off to.
Yeah. That was overrated anyway.
Do you want to stay around with me? Is that like do you? I mean, you might be busy. I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, but
I'm confused by the implications of this.
I'm also very confused by the implications of this.
Hell yeah! He just reaches out, grabs another, like, someone's walking past with champagne. He grabs like 3 in one hand and drinks them. Fuck it! Let's hit the town, Kelsey. Let's go see what's what, where, and who and why. Fuck it!
Sure.
Let's go do shit! Let's break something! Yeah!
And then fix it right afterwards.
We'll talk about it.
All right. And they scoot on off, I believe.
Into the sunset. To commit baby's first crimes.
Alrighty. Is there anything else that anyone wants to get done here?
Beetle's gone, so this feels like the best time to do it. I suppose I made the return to the party.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
All of the equipment's in the bag of holding, freshly washed and stuff. Tunic of cobalt. The leather headband is not there. There is now a silver band with, I think, etchings of the lunar cycle on it. And how busy is the princess currently?
A little bit, but she looks bored.
I'm going to walk up. I imagine I'm a little taller than some of the other folks, being roughly 6'6". And we're still near this balcony. I walk up to her and ask, "Would you like to dance?"
She looks up. Well, who am I to deny one of the saviors of LPR?
Well, as a savior of LPR, do you trust me?
Yes, but only because Adelaide does. I know nothing about you. Yet.
And we're right by the railing, and I take her by the hand and waist, not even on the dance floor yet, and I say, hold on tight. I lean and fall over the railing, and about 30 feet down, right as she's probably got the breath in her to scream, I thunderstep, and we teleport to the middle of the dance floor.
Just kill everyone around you.
No, thunderstep
No, it happens
hits the area that I jumped from in the middle of the air.
Yeah, you see guards like go to walk in, but she waves them off. And then leans in. Do that again, it's your head.
That's kind of hot.
Surprisingly, Roke looks like maybe a very long time ago, as a little Zimnian kid, learned how to do dances at a village.
Hey! Hell yeah. Can you, at this time, make a performance check?
Oh man.
Can the jackalope assist somehow?
You're not there.
But the jackalope is!
Am I close enough to the dance floor?
And I'm
Yes,
always
you are.
watching.
Yes.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Flash of genius. I want to make this as good as possible.
25 performance check.
Oh my god.
You guys dance. And you dance well. For a couple songs. Before she sort of looks back up and says, well, I think I would like to get to know you. But for now, I have duties. And she'll kiss you on the cheek and skedaddle.
I think Roke,
A win is
normally
win.
one to overthink things, just turns to find August, and he's gonna probably, take them by the feathers, holding their hands, and dance with them next after saying good night to her to Andromeda as she's walking away. For the little extra flavor, while feeling, for once, like actually allowing himself to kind of let things down, I'm gonna cast Favor of the Storm, so as August and I are moving about, there's literally electricity, because now the dancing has become less of a swaying motion and more of like a jive, just two buddies doing stuff to the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
August would say a little too loud, "You got the smooch, bro!"
Hell yeah. Are your gloves on you?
I don't think they would have been for dancing, but they are like technically on my person.
Okay. Well, we'll just say when you pull them out of the bag or wherever you have them stashed, you see that the sort of silver metal that has that encrusts them is more blue, a little more lightning crackling between them. Your strength score is now 21. The Derico die is a D10, and you can hold 2 of them at once.
Very cool.
Yo. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds cool.
I added it to the handout. Hell yeah. Anything else before we call it a night?
Very briefly, Kilzador is seen running back with maybe Beetle. And he's like, no, I just forgot something. I forgot something really quick. He runs over to August, taps August on the shoulder, and just says, "Right, spread your wings and look to the sky." And then, he casts a spell, and then he moves back away towards Beetle, and then off.
Beetle runs off with him, giggling, a little bit drunk.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you, for the next 10 minutes, have a movement speed of 60 feet and can fly.
The entire city just hears a weird mixture of like squawking and squealing. They are so excited.
Hell yes. Alright. Anything else? Alrighty. That's where we're going to end this session. Next week, same time, same place. In character, like these characters, Christmas session. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for sticking around.